Yeah, he's going great. He was the same leading into the Ashes. He was the most runs in the IPL, most runs in the World Cup. Had a poor Ashes. He's done brilliantly in the T20. He got 100 first Shield game back, which is a great sign. He loves batting in Australia. He loves batting basically. So I can't wait to see him play well. He when he simplifies his game and he stays still and watches the ball, keeps his mind clear, then we know there's no more destructive player in the world probably. So we're looking forward to him having a great summer.
As a former left-handed opening batsman, do you sort of like to get in the nets with him and do some specific work with him?
Yeah, we're pretty similar batters actually, I reckon. So, I used to pride myself in reverse switch hitting and smacking them back over the head. But look, there is similarities. Obviously, we're short left-hand opening batters. That's about where it finishes. But yeah, look, we talk a lot about batting. We talk a lot about cricket. We talk about matchups, and I love working with him. I love having him in the team actually, and I like watching him go about his business. He does it differently than many others. That's why he's one of the champions of the game. But as I said, I know how important he is to our team. That's when I had no doubt after the Ashes that he'll be in the first test of the summer. No, we look at all of them. We're very respectful of the Pakistan team, and I watched them bat at the Optus Stadium last week, and they've got some very, very technically correct batsmen. I'm not going to point out one. They're very good. They're a very good batting side. We know that they run hard between the wickets. They're very busy. We can't give them any width because we know how strong they are square of the wicket. We can't get too full because they all hit them smacking through the leg side. So we're going to have to be on our game, but we learn great lessons with the Ashes, and hopefully we can keep the Pakistani batting order under pressure by doing what we do really well. 100%. It has in the past, yeah, and there's been talk about that. What I'm most impressed with Mitchell Starc is that we talked to him, and I still remember one of the conversations at Hampshire with the white ball. There's a few, I think Punter was there and I was there, and we're saying, Mitch, if you hit that length more often, you're actually a scary commodity because you come from so high, you're so fast. If you bowl a bit full or a bit short, or you, for really good players, you let us off the hook. But if you keep hitting that length more regularly, you are a nightmare. And what's most impressed me his white ball cricket's always been world class. What's impressed me is how hard he's worked. And he worked really hard with Troy Cooley throughout the Ashes when he wasn't playing. He bowled beautifully in that fourth test at Old Trafford. The ball didn't reverse swing there, or I'd say no, if at all. But he swung the ball, and he bowled really well. I just love his development, that's what we see in a lot of the players. I love Mitchell Starc's development, his maturity through that period of not playing 4 of the 5 tests where he'd always played. He got 5 wickets in the last test against Sri Lanka, or 10 wickets, in the last test against Sri Lanka. I just love his development. I can't wait to see him bowl on this test match.
And that length around the toes,
Say again?
That length?
No, the opposite actually. He can bowl that at will. He can bowl Yorkers at will. He can bowl a good bouncer, getting more consistent on hitting that first class length, and he's never going to be a Philander, or he's never going to be, in a sense, Josh Hazlewood is going to bowl the same ball every ball. He's going to be a bit over. That's his strength, but the more consistent he can hitting that back of the length delivery, the 5 or 7. I'll let the bowlers talk about whatever the meterage it is, but hit that length more regularly. He is a nightmare to face, and he's getting better and better at it, and for that we're excited. Yeah, I guess it's a bit like Steve Smith and David Warner, who play all forms of the game. He's obviously a world champion player, world-class player, and we've got to look after him as best we possibly can. We know how important he is for us, and as I said, we just keep managing him the best we possibly can. We haven't named the 11 yet, but I'd say those two will be 12th and 13th men yet. Yeah, maybe. I like what they both brought to the table, actually. I think it was no surprise the way we selected our Ashes squad. They're both outstanding. I remember with the first, when Steve Waugh hadn't been in the system hadn't been back in the team for some time, he came to the first training session and he looked at me and he said, "Who are those 3 blokes?" I said, Marnus Labuschagne, Cameron Bancroft and Michael Nessa. He goes, how good are they? They're the future of Australian cricket, aren't they? It's because of the energy, the passion they bring to it. They cut their legs off to play. They've got amazing work ethics. They're great blokes around the team, and they're very good cricketers. So, they all deserve to be in the squad, and that's, hopefully we've selected a squad that can not only beat Pakistan, and then we'll look at New Zealand, but can help us keep building a really strong Australian Test team.